What up, guys? This is another episode of Galneryus, today sponsored by my new setup. Okay, I didn't actually buy anything new, I just placed stuff differently, I guess. But I can walk around now. So let's see how that plays out. Today's episode is No Exit. Our trivia person here mentioned that in the second half of the album there's plenty of volume of the song, so please be careful not to upset your stomach. I found that pretty cute, actually. So we're gonna be excited about that. Starts off pretty insane already, very dynamic. I really like it, how it instantly draws you in. It has no intro, no anything. We had that grand closure in the last song with the golden dawn or something they mentioned in the lyrics. And now we just have this plunge into the evil again. The song starts off pretty wicked. You pretty much get a bit of sense of being chased by something. This is why also there seems to be a lot of switches in the patterns, which I really enjoy. How they bring this Middle Eastern theme here. That's very cool. And now it fully develops into this Middle Eastern thing. Very nice how the drums develop here. If I didn't know better, I would simply assume that this is another Junichi song because it does a lot of drum stuff here. It's a bit like you're getting swallowed by something, and this very chaotic, overwhelming element is very apparent here. There was a bit of paper. I don't know what that was. And the drums just keep going, bro. That's really cool. How they mix in this battle cry with this initial motif we have from the intro. I think it's a very nice storytelling element, and it introduces this clear conflict. I think the arpeggios in the background. They're so calm as well. Very much representative of what I love about speed metal. It has these extreme fast drum patterns. At the same time, slow, catchy melodies. Like, I wouldn't even say the chorus is the highlight here, right? It's just a thing after the verse, basically, because like everything that comes before is already slapping so much. I can kind of see in which way this song is supposed to be loud. Okay, bring it. Oh, yo. I'm seeing pyramids again. That was a pretty intense solo section, I must say, especially mood-wise. And it appears to me that they are, in fact, playing a bit with this element that this sounds a bit like foreign, at least like from a Japanese point of view. It's almost getting a bit trippy. We had these wobbles, especially in the keyboard when he played around with the knob, which was pretty funny. But we also had it a bit in the vibrato of the guitar. I like how they took that main motif, that main melody, and just deconstructed it in a way. It's like taken apart. That was pretty interesting to me. And then just this extremely dragging energy we had in the end of the solo. Here it's still galloping. There's still a bit of energy in this, right? Look how it moves. It's like very energetic. I love his bends with the wah at the same time. You see descending structure, very neoclassical of course. But the choirs are kind of rising up, so it's a bit of like numbness, right? And there was this gathering of energy, and now it has this energy from the beginning again. I like how tense the instrumental in the background here is. It's really soaking you in. I think how they're playing with space here is pretty cool. Those symphonic elements which create this kind of big space, especially right before the chorus. I like how the arpeggios in the background, also like the quality of the guitar sound. It adds this little melancholic element to it. But the rest of the sound is like, at most it might be threatening or something, right? But it's not melancholic. I like the atmosphere this constructs. Oh, it's the guitar part again. bass. Yeah, they had the real emphasis on the minor here, I guess. Generally speaking, it sounded also very neoclassical, like also what Shu played with the tremolo in the end. Like how the tension the song keeps throughout, keeps a kind of depth to it. It kind of constantly drives the song forward in a way. Because you kind of wait for a resolution. It has a kind of periodic structure, you know. At some points it seems to be drained of energy, but then this reminds me also a bit of this very beginning section of the solo, which I really liked for some reason. If you kind of visualize it, like I kind of see just literally a black space. There's nothing, there's just this guitar at the center, which is playing something wicked. It's also very chaotic before it gets a bit of melodic structure, right? And then this opens up here with the white space. Yeah, I just like how the tension fills the air with this. There are just these moments where it's gathering again and culminating, and we have these like very, very intense transitions swelling up, and just like in this very end, it also how it ends. So it's still this, I have no choice, I have to go on until I've reached my goal, something like that. And also you cannot really say, like this main motif, you cannot really say it sounds evil or anything. I think I called it wicked. You cannot clearly define it with words. There's just a lot of conflicting emotions woven into this. I hope the lyrics will give a bit of context in like what this is exactly about. So let's see how the lyrics thing plays out, because it's a bit harder to read them from this setup. Enumerated dead bodies of the blood brothers to the place which is farther than this place, a long way off, make the road which follows our glorious life, even if holy sacrifice is necessary. And it somewhat ties back to this, I would say, like crusade-esque theme we had in the song I don't remember the title of, but there was something similar where I also started to see pyramids at some point. To the place which is farther than this place, a long way off. I do think they really wanted to create a feeling of, okay, you're really far off from everything you know, right? Of course, that's always contextual, but at least that also what it felt like to me. This is also probably this trippy element, which it has to it in a way, that you're really drawn in by something unknown. The weight brought sorrow to us. When I held their bodies, the weight brought regret to us. When I saw the act, the weight could be guilt in this case, because there's also like many who have died, many blood brothers who have died, probably also looking along the path. But we surely have, like sound-wise in the music, a certain momentum moving forward. So they have this weight loaded onto them, but they're still moving on. For what the road is, for whom the sweat is, I cannot wipe the doubt out. Praying is the only way we can go. The pain is getting worse. We don't know whether our future is so glorious or not, but we know there is no exit. Easy to imagine that this is like literally on a medieval crusade. We also have the praying element here. We cannot do anything about this. We can only pray. We don't know who we're even doing this for, and the pain is getting worse. And this distinction here, we don't know whether our future is glorious or not, but we know there is no exit. This was in the preceding song as well, a theme. This immediacy, we have to go down this path. There's no other choice now. So we can think about hypotheticals, but it doesn't matter which conclusions we're reaching. There is no options anymore. We just have to go. The weight brought sorrow to us when I held their bodies. The weight brought regret to us when I saw the fact. This could be this battle cry thing, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, okay, so this might then be the chorus with the road. For what the road is, for whom the sweat is, I cannot wipe the doubt out. Praying is the only way we can go. The pain is getting worse. We don't know whether our future is so glorious or not, but we know there is no exit. And I don't think I have to read this again. There is no movement in this. It's rather a being trapped in the situation. And just in this regard, nothing changes about the chorus. Nothing changes about this here. There's, and there isn't even a second verse, right? There is no progression, this state we cannot get out of. And of course, a lot of instrumental, and the instrumental moves between different states. But they're all just on this different levels of trippiness and being lost, which also communicates this very well, I guess. It was written by Yamabi and Leda. Okay, so at least Shu isn't credited as composer. that would make sense why it sounds a bit different from what we're used to. But it's sure one of the more intricate songs I think Yamabi and Leda have worked on. So that's really nice. I really like the scope of the song in general. Hope you did as well. And so this was today's episode. I hope everything works out. Probably I have to re-record this, but just in case I don't, next episode is, it might be Stardust. We're gonna see. Hope you'll join us.